Yeah, I'm kind of like Nigma's draft overall. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think the Shadow Demon was a really, really good pick against the Oracle Alchemist, right? Like, all of a sudden, any Purifying Flames that you throw into him is going to give you no heal for the Alch, even in the duration, because it just all gets purged off, and it's great. It's amazing. Everybody loves it. I also want to run this by you, because I have a theory about what we've been seeing here today.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so we've been seeing a lot of battling, a lot of back and forth, constant run at you Dota from these two teams. My theory is that they've been playing non-stop Dire Tide, and that's all they know anymore. They can't go back
30
anymore.
seconds to battle.
Well, we don't have the Dire Tide broken heroes, though.
That's true. Well, Underlord...
pretty nice, actually. Yeah, Underlord, okay.
Underlord, look at it. It's coming together.
Yeah.
Shadow Demon's even pretty good too as well. But I don't know, that just, it stuck out of my head. It's like you get used to playing aggressive non-stop action Dota, you can't go back.
I'll tell you what I thought you were going to mention actually was that Nigma have done a great job of focusing down stacks. Trying to go after that part of the economy of OG in the series, and in this game they have an alchemist. So we already saw how much value they were getting before. If Nigma don't stop those stacks once more, mid one's going to get completely out of control, and that's partially why I think the Underlord's really good here, is that invasion and just like holding that territory and just like forcing down those stacks on the earlier end. And even Shadow Demon, we've seen a couple of teams use this where you kind of roam in there and you're like, oh hey, it's like the Lina, right, where you can really help clear out those stacks on the earlier part of the game. Yeah,
literally all of the heroes on Nigma, to some extent, can do it. As you can see heading up here, they're getting set up to try and go for a first blood, which surprises nobody. This is literally all that we see people do nowadays. Snowtail's going to throw out the root onto GH. And Banishment. Can they get the block in? They're trying to block him. No, they can't. No block.
I think Kuro was just focusing on the range creep.
That's fair.
It's like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this outcome.
You do a lot of damage to him, which is kind of annoying, but they'll throw out another one of the Firestorms. That's going to be some early pressure on there. So yeah, interesting one to watch up there. Shouldn't be too much kill potential, I wouldn't imagine, unless two people get a little bit too many stacks on him. Mid lane, we've seen this lane a billion times, and it ends up usually relatively even.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Again, Ember kind of falling off a bit lately.
Ever do to anyone?
Often, so this matchup hasn't been as common. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how the mid game goes for them. Of course, it kind of turns into a bit of a Yule's battle sometimes. As Miracle takes further damage at the bottom while Wehan tops and duke it out.
Yeah, there was a stomp there when Miracle got a little bit too close. Trading hits a couple of times. And GH playing with Miracle, a little bit of a departure since they wanted to stick the Shadow Demon up top, I guess. Just ensure they stop him from farming whenever possible. But there's some pretty good pressure that can come out. And then also later on, the heals obviously comboed together to try and keep that Spectre alive. It's going to be pretty important. So we're set up for a good one here today. I think that the real story that you're talking about there is like the stacks, and specifically OG just getting mid one farmed and then getting to this like impossible to deal with state. And how do Nigma deal with that? How do they stop it from happening?
Yeah, part of that comes to that hard camp up top as well, like keeping that blocked off so Underlord can't get the pull. So they're not able to just like shove the wave, pull it back, shove the wave, pull it back sort of a deal. Crow didn't bring up another sentry, so he's not going to have any way of releasing that camp right now from No-Tail.
Yeah, he is going to at least be able to get the pull through here onto this round of camps. But it will be underneath the tower, pretty close to it, at the very least.
Where No-Tail could have been stacking too, right? But part of that comes down to this ward that you see Nigma has placed inside the Dire jungle, keeping an eye on No-Tail going and trying to do exactly that.
Yeah. So stack control, understanding where it is, and stopping any extra bit of it from happening. Well, they're still blocking the camp. That small camp gets blocked as mind control was heading through right at that 3-minute mark. So double duty there.
If you ever want to move that championship,
that should secure things right by the tower now.
Quick and easy blow up there as Seth was able to find it with Saksa. Nice catch.
It's okay. This is more interesting anyway. Creeps, guys, creeps. Look, while you went to watch that kill, mid one manages to pull the wave off, gets his back to the tower, and they fixed the issue that just occurred from the small camp block and the pull through. It's like, why would you want to watch heroes dying? We got all game to worry about people dying.
Unimportant.
Lane mechanics.
Dude, you know what we just saw mid? GH TP'd in. GH TP'd in, did Icarus dive, passed the bottle off, and it refilled the bottle to Weehawk, who's like in the middle of the river.
Whoa.
That was gnarly. Yeah. Rotation coming over, though, to try and secure the rune as the 4-minute mark is going to come around. Weehaw's in better position to get it from Thompson, and he's going to get a haste. Okay. Bad at all. Oh, doesn't quite find a little remnant there. Does pull him back in afterwards now. Thompson forced to use the little sleight of fist. Oh, good route there. Maybe going to find the kill on a GH. Trying to juke in there. Can they find this finish? On to Thompson. A couple of punches. Bottling up. He's taking so many tower shots. He can't get him.
I think the only reason he lived is that he didn't actually get hit by the burn trail at the time.
Wow.
I mean, top has just been chasing mid one, and that eventually leads to the death of No Tail as he's trying to just help him survive through this.
Right.
Pasha still hasn't finished on GH, but he lets him go.
That's not really a great chance for him. I guess he needs to come on back into this lane.
Going for a bounty rune?
Yeah, he realizes it's not going to work. Although he might still be in some trouble. Gonna be able to find that route, chase down Seb, double edge. Can't get the stomp though. Yeah, this like double ring of Tarrasque lane that we've been seeing. So Centaur has one, and then also Spectre has one. It's just like sort of a battle of slow, steady regen coming in.
Yeah, of what support's actually gonna come and hit spells.
Right.
Otherwise, we're just hanging out for a while.
Nice.
I think we're still stackless over here on OG.
How big of a concern do you think that is for him?
Pretty sizable one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fix it pretty quick, right? Like, let's say like 7 and 8 minutes, 2 supports, 2 stacks, then it'll probably be all right.
Okay. These heroes can kind of do it. You know, Purifying Flames is a decent range as they're going to dive in, get that damage on the Thompson with the slowdown this time, but no Haster to play around with it. They do manage to find the top pullback. They're diving in for this one, and they find the kill. Okay.
Yeah. And now part of that problem, though, is that if they were to make stacks now, like let's say there actually were a couple stacks, this Void Spirit is far enough that he can start jumping through that jungle and leave the Underlord in there very easily alongside potential haunt plays. So,
right.
You know, being behind and not having that stuff already like being farmed and worked on is a bit of an issue.
Nice play there to disrupt those last hits as well. This is the classic, though, of course. You know, one of the heroes gets level 6 before the other, and they're able to find that kill with the rotations mid. As down bottom, you can see trying to get the pressure on the GH, but can't really do all that much. 2 points up already in the Fire Spirits, and this is because Spectre's decided to leave the lane.
Kuro, he was coming back. He's thinking about coming and just warding because they already have Soxa in here going for the double stack. 7-minute mark. Kuro has his obs. You know he wants one up here, so for his sake, I hope he doesn't go up there now, or else Sox is gonna know.
Right.
He already tried to zone back No Tail. I'm sure No Tail has seen that ward, so they're gonna be keeping an eye on that.
Mid one's in trouble. They rotated in. This is a huge kill for him.
They're beating on Dire's top
tower.
It's
super easy.
And that's an Underlord, right? That bonus damage starts stacking up, clears this wave until his own creeps are coming through. That's going to be a lot of tower damage.
Yeah, that is pretty important. He's actually going to rotate. Oh,
stacks.
Damn, dude. All right.
They're on it.
It's happening. That's way better than taking the tower.
Yep. Oh, boy. Great picks here from Nigma. The plan has come together. Mid-one's like,
dude, and mid-one. Oh, mid-one. Poor guy.
Look how he just drops that ward down.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm going to see them taking it. Thompson made the rotation. Doesn't have any chains, though.
Courier got killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
Just gets slapped by
Dire's
MC
middle tower isn't going to last long.
Eye control going all the way back home. Stampede going to be used. Trying to find it. They kill him. GH not quite level 6 yet, so he will fall. Soxa gets the kill. Rooted now. Trying to chase down onto Sep. Doesn't have any points in the Pit of Malice. Going for the 3-2-0-2 build.
Yeah. Arcane's even still up for MC here too, so we can expand out this camp and wave. Train rolling. There's also also a backstab from Weehaw. 2 low heroes here. I don't think MC noticed, or perhaps he just didn't want to tip it off there, but that'll be a free pick for Wee.
Well played. Yeah, I think this is a really interesting type of game, right? Because, you know, a couple of things. They're like committing to these...
They're going for this kill.
Are they actually going to dive?
They wanted to get the kill on the creep because that was going to give 7 to MC, and then he theoretically could have gone for like the malice point, I think, with no stampede.
That makes sense. So I think part of the reason though you're seeing this like skill build, right? It's just it was aimed at just shutting down well, they're gonna pull back in Seb now. 4.7 Firestorm, that's more than enough.
Dire's bottom tower is
and
being
102
chipped
damage.
Right.
Underlord.
Yeah.
And pretty good there. But yeah, it was just all little stacks. And mission was completely accomplished. Now mid one is just, his jungle is barren.
Yeah, he did get the best item in the game though for an alchemist. Trusty shovel. Dude, if he just starts pulling bounty runes, can you imagine?
If he just pulled like 10 in a row.
That'd be pretty good.
That would help a lot.
Dominating! Dives back down bottom. They kill off the Dark Willow. Cutting out these supporting heroes, making their lives miserable. Whatever they can do.
Well, you know, Tiga pointed out that Weehaw did play a Phoenix game recently, but truly now he's actually rising from the ashes. After a rather disastrous couple of games, Weehaw now 4-0-1.
Dude, he's killing it. And they get the root down now afterwards. Stampede tries to juke away. Weehaw still could chase. 70 more astral steps.
Don't die now.
Mid one, meanwhile, caught in the jungle. They're going to pop the egg right on top of him, trying to bring it down in time. But afterwards, Disruption couldn't save him. Mid one, going to get saved there, though. And Curl, having already popped his ulti, all of his heals going to be coming through. Have they overextended? Meanwhile, Mind Control tries to connect onto all. Can they do the damage that they need to? Weehaw has an astral step up in a second. Is going to jump through, try and find a kill on a no-tail here. Beatdown is complete. Weehaw pulls him back in. He's going to jump away, dissimulate out of there. And TP away, not going to happen. OG, finding answers.
All right, cherry on top, big one. Dig up a bounty rune. Let me see it. So you gotta get the stack first. Good call. Oh, GG. It's over. He gets one bounty and he just sends that thing home.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, now someone else go. Back in the game.
They do get the shovel deal on the Miracle as well. The relocate jump in. Okay. He's going to run away on Thompson.
Mind Control is making his plans very well.
Yeah, he is. As the dive.
Someone better help
wants
Dire's
to punch him
middle tower.
down.
Dire
That's a
has
little too
fortified
scary.
their structures.
Interesting. Zoxa now has a Bramble Maze, not going to use it.
The nice part is that if MC wants, he could just TP into one of these other side lanes now,
Dire's
right? With all
bottom
these
tower
rotations
needs some
coming
help.
through after using his ulti. Those are the gameplays that we see a little bit more often now, I think, from the Underlord players.
Right.
But they tend to try and use this ult to like split the defense of the other
Dire's
team.
bottom tower is under attack.
He's actually going to spawn bottom, but they're going to jump into Mind Control. Gets the Firestorm off first. There's a lot of damage onto him, but he will die. Now, Miracle, Blade Mill. He's in the midst of all of them. Gets down super low, but barely able to escape. The Burn Charge is ticking him down, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. And with that, Weehaw still trying to cause havoc. Can't quite get him. The disruption to keep him from running away. I don't know if they have enough here. He doesn't have any more astral steps. Yeah, Weehaw looks like he'll be able to do it.
A little insane by
Dire's
Miracle
middle
to like
tower
run
is
in there
under
with
attack.
popping his blade mail, just trying to punish all the damage they were throwing on top of his Underlord.
Yeah. Well, they're actually diving here still. But I am going to stay here. This is my happy place. Oh my god.
I was just trying to force the ulti.
Is he in trouble now? Oh, he used to simulate, so he's gonna get stunned. Oh my god. Blows up the Willow though before he goes down. Now Thompson.
9 again, there's no boulder still.
Remnant pulls him in. Kuro's nearby also. They have a disruption to keep him alive if they need to. They also have Demonic Purge in just a little bit. So they can't really dive. Makes so much space.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's, again, still no punish. Looks a little scary going that close to an Ember, but nothing to worry about. So level 9. Well, how's mid one's game then? Is that a finished Battle Fury?
It looks like it. 13 minutes.
Not bad considering he's not having the right home run or record or anything, but MC. Oh no! Not enough.
Wow. Man, getting that first double edge out there and then no tail coming into play, they're able to do it in time.
Wow, that's pretty rare to see. Because they just have a lot of burst damage now from the Willow, like relative to the enemy HPs at the moment.
Yeah, level 1 is also so long on the Dark Grift, 6 seconds. As Thompson gonna get demonic purge here, has the remnant back behind.
Radiant's top
trying to beat him
tower
down.
has looked better.
He's gonna get over to the rune. They keep on chasing here.
Dire's bottom tower is being
Purge
chipped
yet
away.
again, the supernova, and then the taunt.
Radiant's
The
top
combo.
tower
Is it gonna
is
be
under
enough?
attack.
Will he get stunned? Jump through afterwards. Makes it happen. Thompson is going to fall. And now the dive forward for more. Can they find another? He's taking no damage right here. Fate's Edict is really good.
I'm trying to catch
I'm really
us now.
surprised Soxa canceled that terrorize. I guess he just felt like he was already dead or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna get saved for sure.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, mid one, his game, it's pretty clear what he needs to do now. And he's just sort
Look
of
at that.
AFK farming.
Radiant's courier just got killed.
Hit creep.
Radiant's bottom tower's got Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Weehaw now gone with the Yules.
Eye control. Right in on top of
Dire's
him.
middle tower is under attack.
They don't have the Pit of Malice.
Me.
A Spectre is gonna die, yeah.
He's got chased down. They killed Weehaw's courier and they just ran into Spectre and just walked at her.
A lucky find.
Said constant run at Dota. Weehaw now trying to bring down Seb. Nah.
This is a threat to stop and force to dissimulate.
Where are we going next? Everywhere you look, it feels like it's just there's another thing happening.
Another 19 kills in 15 minutes, pretty much the same as the past 2 matches.
Yeah.
Despite an Alchemist lineup keeping us entertained, now he's charging the stun under an obs, unfortunately, for mid one.
That was ill-advised, but no way to punish that one at all. Yeah, it feels like right now the plan for Nigma is like maybe they think that they've slowed down mid one enough, and they just want to try and like kill the rest of these heroes and make it all about the Alch. I'm not sure.
Seb is really fired. I see this constantly in his Sentinel games, where he manages to just stay so relevant on net worth.
Yeah. It's just sort of spamming double edge, I guess. Oh, is Miracle dead?
Staying on lanes too.
Stomp? He gets there in time.
Radiant has
In
fortified
trouble.
their structure.
Good disruption, though. That was what was needed. Seb gonna be safe for the moment. Miracle trying to get away, and he does. Unreal. Save. Is it gonna be there in time? So many heals coming through.
Someone better help
Miracle gonna
Dire's middle
live. Now
tower.
running away. Thompson gonna get chased down by
Radiant's
Weehaw.
bottom
No
tower
back
is under
flash.
attack.
And he doesn't have anything else left in the tank, though. There's a stun on the other side. Mind Control trying to be brought down by the rest of the heroes, and he'll able
Not
to
much
escape.
good's happening to Radiant's bottom
Going to the
tower.
top lane instead.
Catapult, though, through all the carnage. Hitting that tower. Thompson not
Dire's
able to get to
middle
the
tower
deny as the
just
enemy
went
moves
down.
forward.
Dire's structures are
Stampede again.
fortified.
Root now on to 2. Jump
much
in from
good
Seb.
happening to
Good
Radiant's
stun, but the
bottom
disruption
tower.
saved. And now the egg. And everybody's just going to run away from each other.
Not
Reset.
really the blink reveal they were looking for, but they're going to smoke up. They're going to try again. They need more mana on Seb, though. Yeah, feed me some mangoes, would you? No tail? Somebody? Oh, yeah, he popped them both on him.
Nice. Good play. No disruption
Dire's
saved
top
that
tower
time.
is
The Hog
under
is still
attack.
out, though.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Cursed Crown. They're on to both of them. They don't. They separated. Seb's alone now. Pulls him
on
back in.
Dire's
Damn,
top
that
tower.
angle with those creeps right nearby. But mid one, looking for the stun, hits it there. Disruption comes out right at the last second. Dual Scepter lift up. Miracle running away.
Dire's
A
top
lot of
tower is
battling,
under
no
attack.
killing. Okay.
In and out once more. Seb perhaps considering
Dire's
it
top
again.
tower has
As he
fallen.
has the blink back, and there's still a couple low HP heroes lingering nearby, but lack of vision onto that radiant part of the map. This is all just dark right now for OG, so hard to continue that aggression.
Well, and I think Nigma's doing a good job of like sort of keeping them involved in like all 5 heroes there. The whole time that was going on, Mind Control has pushed out the top lane, and he has Greaves now. So like you kind of have this tri-core working with Nigma, whereas the Embers fall a
Dire's
little bit
top
behind,
tower
it
is
feels
under
like.
attack.
Although they also still have a lot of stacks for mid one, so even though he was there for that fight the whole time, he comes back, he hops on some stacks, and
Yeah.
he's double the next highest like radiant hero.
Right. Yeah, Alchemist Gaming.
So I mean, it's an Alch, so sure we have to put a little asterisk into that, but
Dire's
still,
courier has
BKB
been
is
killed. That's animal
And Seb
cruelty in my
gonna go
book.
down. Able to make it happen with both Mind Control and Weehaw, who has just been on a tear this game, trying to chase down Kalsaxa, misses the remnant.
Radiant's middle tower is
So they
under
have to
attack.
settle for just getting the tower,
Dire's
looks like.
no fortified their
If even
structures.
that.
Meanwhile, mid, Kuro, low HP, salving up here. Thompson on the prowl. Looks like Kuro's going to be okay. In fact, Kuro wants some revenge.
Yeah, he's ready for it.
Dire's bottom
lane.
tower
Too
is
deep of a
under
setup here.
attack.
They're just committing to the tower with the damage on Underlord. Currently 91.
Yeah, they're playing pretty far in there. But they do have the movement coming from Thompson. Terry's good, Yules.
See.
Well played. Do they decide to go in? Ah, yeah, they're just going to get out of there. And those two will make their way right on back home. But this whole time again, Miracle left alone up on the top lane, AFK farming.
That wants the initiation. They also didn't deny that tower. That might kind of tip them off.
They're
that
beating on Dire's
they're going
top
for an aggressive
tower.
play.
Right.
You think that would have been a
middle
pretty fast
tower could
priority
use
versus
some
the
help.
Underlord.
I keep on seeing, like, you know,
Are those
OG
crafts
just
in
playing in
Dire's
this
top
area with the
tower?
Alchemist, getting him farmed, and then it feels like this whole top side of the map is being claimed by Nigma.
Yeah. Only 2K or 3K up with an Alchemist doubling people is not a great sign. Al's
Right.
huge. It's just that supporting cast that you have to worry about a bit.
Battle for the bounty runes. Tom pulls in, sneaks it away. No, wasn't able to get it. Supernova down, Seb. They got it available. Stun is going to come out from mid one. It's a long duration, but they disruption afterwards. Right up on top of that clip. Will they be able to find the long duration stun on the mid one? They do. Haunted afterwards. No tail, but great disruption. Oh, but then Miracle ends up being able to get him. All right, Shadow Demon's gone. Miracle trying to chase down all the rest of these supports and kill off Soxa. But Seb saving this position for. This is the BKB reveal from mid one. Can they bring down Miracle? Crow comes back in. He has disruption again in 1 second if he needs it. He's going to banish there on the owl. Can they bring him down afterwards? Do they have anything else left in the tank? Weehaws off to the side. Tries to get the remnant out. It's not going to connect. Curse Crown is going to stun him up. Greaves. He pops it. Okay. And that's enough to survive. They have Pit of Malice available if they want to go now. Catching on to two. Weehaw, though, is in. And Weehaw is dead.
He got the kill on Soxa, well, with the help of Kuro, but they couldn't get the finish, and that's going to help them dive to MC.
Oh, no, he stunned himself. Oh, Pit of Malice down. He controls safety again. They're all underneath this tower, too, so getting that extra regen and everything else. They're going to lose Kuro now, and everybody else from Nigma needs to get the heck out of here as the Dark Rift is going to bring them away.
Radiant's bottom tower
Wow.
is no more.
Battle Dota! Constant carnage!
That's all that's happening.
Alright, I don't know who's winning any of these fights. I don't know what winning or losing even is at this point. There's so many people just dying and blinking back and forth and hopping up and down. No one's hitting creeps. It's beautiful. Really, the neutrals are the real victors. This is the most peaceful life they've had this series compared to every other game in this tournament.
Like homesteading, trying to build a life.
Before. Kids are going off to college. There's satyrs like graduating to big satyrs.
I like it. That's amazing. I'm pretty sure that, like this area of the map's just been left alone.
Yeah, totally ditched.
All right. So a 5,000 gold lead for OG after all is said and done in that battle. And like every little bit of time that's just left alone, it feels like mid one's going to be getting some good farm on as they pull back in the Ember. But there is no follow-up afterwards.
I think as our observer, the experience is an excellent indicator of what's happening, though, because OG did get a pretty big boon out of the last fight. And as much as we can like talk about the gold not mattering so much, depending on the heroes in your team, the fact that the XP is that high in OG's favor does speak to some good things for them.
Right.
4K is pretty decent at 22 minutes.
And they need to keep up that energy, I feel like, because Miracle right now, he's getting towards this Radiance, and he's going to be found off to the side. Shadow there, can't disrupt in time. Good. Brambles laid down, got the root onto Kuro.
That's a painful kill. I don't think they can... All right, no, he's got the Bastard on too. Okay, yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Roche is good. I was wondering if they want to versus the egg and not knowing if there's a haunt or not, but they're not worried about the buyback haunt. I mean, we know they can do it, but...
Well, no, he doesn't have buyback.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we know.
Right, yeah. I gotcha. I see what you're saying. I thought he meant that they could do it as in, like, the other way. But he's going to dive in a little bit. Threatening. Tempting fate. God. Yeah, this one's a definitely, it hurts. Pulling in, hits onto Roche there. Supernova's actually down, so they do it wrong. One gets the Aegis, and the fear of the Terrorize comes out at the perfect time. Mind Control says, get me the hell out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. Does manage to escape, just barely, but they left one behind. The captain, poor Kuro. It's going to be in the grave.
I can't believe mid one managed that with 2 heroes in there. Thankfully, the BKB helped him out.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this
ring
abuse.
Of BKB,
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Alchemist. This guy is going to be so hard to bring down when he's backed up by an Oracle like this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And that fight, you know, 150 gold now away from Radiance being done. Like, OG is hitting their timing perfectly.
Yeah, that is crazy. He was so close before as well.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Has Dota Plus given up on Spectre yet? He's been riding pretty high on Nigma this whole game. Yeah, it was over 70% right up until that last engagement.
Yeah. Well, Radiance is going to be delivered now, but it feels like you need that one more item at this point. We'll see how it works. Abyssal Blade just now done for mid one. That is scary. And the Aegis. Miracle has to be careful. Thinking about going for that backline. Hiding, doesn't go want to get hit by the stun. A lot of damage onto the Ember though. Thompson in trouble, gets the Remnant away. And now finding one Seb there for the stop banishment afterwards. On to mid one. Can his illusions do enough? I don't think so.
Killing spree
is going to fall by the wayside. And OG, as we mentioned, time and again hitting this moment where they are significantly stronger than the Spectre.
Yeah, and not diving for anything too crazy after that, right? They all just like focused down the Shadow Demon, the Underlord, took their half kills, got the tower right after. Now they're trying to cement a serious advantage at the moment. Okay, well I say that's
Radiant's middle tower can use some help.
Careful now.
He's got Aegis, he's got BKB.
I guess with those Shadow Demon, there's really not much to worry about.
Right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dive forward. Try and stop the
being chipped away.
rain of pain
It looks like
that's
Dire
coming through
fortified
from OG.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this
They
abuse.
will slowly but steadily take this tower. Pop an ulti now.
Dire's
the glyph comes out. There's the disruption, but Seb, seeing his moment, he's going to jump out there, finds him. Abyssal Blade for the kill. Seb almost goes down, but no deal. Saving his save for the last possible second as the Supernova is going to go down now. Can they bring out any of these other heroes? Pull back in one. Thompson, they jump through onto both of them. Weeha able to dodge. He's going to be able to go for the astral step away, but the stun follows him. Thompson gets rooted. That's a great pick. Kills off Thompson. Can they find any more? Chasing, trying to bring down Soxa. They have stun back up in 4 seconds. No tail trying to TP out of there. Will they get him? They bring down one. Mid one, TP away. He missed the remnant, but he get him. They get the kill. That is so important. If they can finish off this is huge. They didn't even get the tier 3 tower. Seb's nearby though, waiting for the jump. Looking for the jump. They got him controlled. Haunt is out there. Abyssal Blade and then the runaway. But the stump's gonna land, but it's not onto enough heroes. And now they might just lose another, but mid one, he has his ulti back. Is he gonna live through this? Sure not. Now they pull him down, and now Seb, another one gonna bite the dust. OG may have overextended. Enigma very gratefully are going to bear the fruit as they take down another.
Dominating!
What a freaking turnaround!
We've all had the greed before, haven't we? They instantly go over that bottom lane TP. Gotta love that. It's from the Underlord. Transition it directly into a tower. He has 168 bonus damage right now. Towers beware, but yeah. I mean, they wanted to force a fight. I get it, because you have the right, feels like a good situation for you, but Spectre just dishing it out in such close quarters around the ramp like that. The Radiance is just hitting everyone the entire time, and that catch.
Dire's middle
it's still a defensive item, right? So if he gets there, gets caught, he's just dead.
True. And now getting this next set of Ancients here. Spectre getting closer to Mantis, still a ways away. Yeah, this is turning into a little bit of an interesting one. Like the XP still very much, actually it's getting back to almost to even.
Yeah, after that fight, the XP is definitely going to be. That was painful. But a 3K gap now.
Unreal. And the swing back, I mean, I guess that this kind of feels like now we're getting down to the next Roche. is what they're going to have to battle through. Is there any other big item that like really changes the game?
I think the Scotty might start to factor in as the BKB wears down on mid one, right?
Right.
But, I mean, again, that's still just going to depend on the demonic purges from Kuro and how much they're stacking up versus the false promises.
Jump in. If you can find these type of pickoffs, this makes all the difference in the world. Thompson just dies.
Yeah, actually, Scotty sounds kind of insane. When we combo the fact that now you'll get rid of like some of the Alex healing from the Oracle too,
right.
From like his regen and everything too.
Countdown Scotty and Miracle going to be farming significantly faster over the next couple of minutes with that Radiance completed. It's going to be an interesting couple of minutes here. Cannot afford to lose heroes on OG, and for Nigma, it's kind of just buying enough time and making sure to have good vision around the Roche pit, I guess.
Will mid one buy the Silver Edge?
Ooh. You like it?
Yeah, he's going into it. I mean, it's the Spectre, right? It certainly makes sense. It would be nice to have a better initiation tool other than just completely relying on Seb. He's done a great job. The OG classic of the Aghanim Scepter on this hero, something that they used a great effect in TI before.
Oh my god. Crow just gets found randomly. But that was a smoke ink, I think, as well, being used for that. So they're going to Shadow Blade in now. And GH and Miracle just hiding off to the side. Oh, mid one. Oh my god, he's going through the trees. He's going to find him. Abyssal Blade right there at the start. GH is nearby though. Like the body of the keep him alive. The sunlight coming out. So much heals. This is actually great. Look at the freaking turnaround here. If they're not careful, they got to run away. They're going to try to bring down that egg. Meanwhile, they bring down Thompson. Kill him off. Dude, GH being off to the side there literally saved that fight for them. You'll have to lift up on Alchemist. Weeha's jumping through, trying to kill him. Mind Control has another hit back up in a second, and the Firestorm damage. It's really hard to deal with this. But can they get away? They bump back on the Oracle.
And the Ember too, so they don't want to commit too hard here.
Chase down, has 6 charges, but it's a lot of damage on the Mind Control. And Disruption. Yeah, just get away. There's no way.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as
Kuro will be another one to fall here. But they kept their Spectre alive and forced some buybacks.
I think mid one played that fight really well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Like, it was so tempting to try to stick on that Spectre there, but he ditched and went right for the Phoenix.
Radiant's top
he knew that if
tower
he
is
didn't
under
like
attack.
chain CC luckily through bashes or something, then there's no way that she's not just gonna like haunt out like she did. So just goes
Radiant's
right to the Phoenix
top tower
instead.
has looked
Ensures that
better.
at least he won't be turned on.
Radiant's top tower
That's a really
has
good
fallen.
point. Like, how many people there would have just stuck on the Spectre? Like,
Yeah, and just like pray RNG.
yeah.
But potential Roche in 10 seconds here as Spectre jacks up another 400 HP.
No. Silver Edge done now.
And 200 minutes. Oh, that's a long rip.
Yeah. Not enough time to get the Scotty, I don't think, for Miracle. But still going to be a pretty good timing if they can sort of wait it out to take the fight with that Scotty. And it's not necessarily easy for mid one to like get the Silver Edge hit onto Spectre.
Yeah, without a blink and doing like some shenanigans like that, right? Although they have Stampede with Egg, so that does make it easier than usual.
Oh, walking up the hill. Finds him right at the start. Kuro able to live. That initial initiation. Look at the damage on the mid one. He's falling apart. He's getting destroyed. Mid one, he's just gonna die. And now looking for more. No tail is down. This has been a catastrophe for OG. They're all gonna fall here. Thompson goes down. No tail had to save himself. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's got really himself stunned and absolutely obliterated. He took 720 pure damage from Deathlight because of the Manta.
Wow.
Yeah, being alone versus Spectre is some scary stuff.
And that sets us up for a really bad scenario for OG. Nigma taking that fight perfectly. And man, MC, or who was it with the Yules actually? Who was the... I guess it
was one.
Okay, so it was the Weeha Yules that kept
Dyer's
Kuro
middle
alive
tower
there
isn't going to last long.
when they jumped. Maybe if you would have BKB'd there at that point, you could have made it work.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
Nonetheless, That
Radiant
sets us up
structures
for
are
a
fortified.
scary situation for OG, as Roche is going to be back up in 30 seconds. They will be alive then, but they're going to lose this tier 2
Dire's
tower and
middle tower
probably...
is Dire's middle tower
I would
has
imagine
fallen.
they go for the outpost, right? Maybe not.
Radiant's courier
Yeah, it kind
has
of
been
feels like one of
killed.
those moments where they're going to be forced to head to the Roche pit as well. There will be an egg, but there might not be a haunt, depending on how quick that fight starts.
Yeah. Well, they have the remnant down in the pit to scout out when this is going on.
So gets his career.
Dire's bottom tower is under
the other
attack.
Seth.
So,
He's
do
hunting.
it. Oh, they see him though because of that, right? Yeah. They see.
Oh.
He doesn't know. I think they see him on it though, don't they? Maybe not.
I'm not sure if he was trying to do that thing where you like walk next to the cliff to get the vision, you know?
Right. Man, I will say, as they're going to get this D ward here, it feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity there by Nigma to not get the outposts when everybody was dead. Regardless, they're now going to have this battle.
Dire's bottom tower
Mid
needs some
one
help.
walking up the hill. They reveal him, throws the dagger out.
20 seconds to haunt. No rush.
Yeah.
No
Back
fight.
away.
Bad.
Get away. GH is going to run. Doesn't want to get stomped by Seb. Stomp is going to be off the mark. Weeha's there. Finding GH. There's the stun. He needs to make sure he gets it off this time around. Danger. He'll get it. The root is there. Disruption afterwards. The Supernova's already down. Can they bring him down? Yeah, that egg is mega dead. He's going to buy back afterwards. Mind control taking a lot of damage, but they won't bring him down as of yet. Meanwhile,
Dire's
Miracle
bottom tower
tries
is
to
under
walk
attack.
away for the moment. Weeha also backing away from Midland, who got caught by that heal. Already 2 dead. This is dangerous. Toss pulls back in. It's a stun. The turnaround. They got him. Oh my god, they killed him. What a freaking play by Weeha to catch him with that remnant free-handed. And
Dire's
that
bottom
opens
tower
up
needs some
Roche.
help.
OG could feel it though, that if they just let it go passively and the haunt comes back, like I agree with the decision to try and go for that. But that's one of those like all or nothing sort of plays where it kind of feels like you've lost a lot of the control you have now.
Man. And just like that, Roche number 2 gonna go towards Nigma. It's still 10,000 gold lead for OG. It was a turning point.
To the Radiant.
Remember that time they went high ground? That feels like
man.
a really long time ago now. When they
You're not wrong. Game is hard.
yeah.
Still though, 9,000 gold lead. Alk is super farmed. He had Aghanims queued up, but looks like he's going back for Satanic next.
Need to figure out how to win these fights because they don't look very coordinated. It doesn't look like they really have a plan. They're kind of just like stampeding in.
Well, Stampede for the damage reduction. And it's going to be able to control into Weeha. There is some heals coming out afterwards once the Demonic Purge wears off. And Thompson, meantime, is just going to push down this bottom lane. As Seb is found.
Your anger is useless here.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good right now. It's still potentially deadly, but Miracle has the Scotty done, going for the Abyssal Blade
Radiant's
next.
bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke up and cover the retreat here. Perhaps Smoke can just stay around a little while.
To restore the void within.
3,000 HP as he walks into them.
Okay. Well,
They
he's...
actually scan the rest of them, so they know that he's not completely alone.
Okay. Sunray's out there. Hard to go for counter initiation, but Terrorize is going to be there. Fear jumping all haunt afterwards. Can they bring him down in time? They kill off the Phoenix. No egg this time. But it's everybody though. And there's going to be the Stampede. Damage reduction comes out. Miracle still trying to rip through this one. Has the Aegis. Stops him. And kill. Triple kill for mid one though. Only 2 left alive. There's no buybacks on these heroes. Oh my god. They rooted. The jump in. The chase down. Seb needs to back away. He can't afford to die right now. But if they can bring down Miracle, it's really huge. And Carl's nearby has the disruption for the save. But it's going to have to wait till afterwards. Round 2 of this one. They're using it offensively. Pull back in now. Catching on the mid one. Takes it off afterwards. Silence on to everybody. Long duration. Gets the kill. Mid one is taken down. And now they're looking for more. Steal the DD away. Beat the crap out of Thompson. And then try and see if they can find themselves another couple towers.
Oh, so good for them, but then just going for that final one, not quite the best. Will eventually just become a golden XP. Essentially, everyone just went up 10,000 XP.
on Dire's top tower.
Like slight edges to Nigma, but pretty much just enhanced the entire game at this point.
Yeah, what's the buyback status? That's, I guess, the other big thing here. Nobody on Radiant has it. They have 3 buybacks on Dire. As the lift up is going to come through, can they bring it down some though? Miracle's there.
He still has Lotus. He should be okay.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
attack. Advantages here, though, is that they forced the fight and killed the Aegis on the Radiant side of the river. And with the Underlord and even just like the Spectre's damage right now, there was definitely some pretty serious chance of getting huge objectives if they were to take that same kind of fight, like directly by the Dire base, right? And could have actually forced some buybacks here. So they've now ditched that Aegis. Unfortunately, the cheese still remains, and they'll have to contend with that in the next one, alongside a likely Abyssal Blade being done by Miracle at that point.
Right, and the other thing that he's got is this Shaco. So 4,500 HP as they'll bring down Mind Control. Weehaw, looking for a little bit of retribution here. We'll be able to find it, dissimulate. Isn't enough damage though. The silence afterwards, but the glimmer.
That was a complete solo kill. How much did he just get?
That was unexpected.
A lot. That's 2,500 XP just about.
Yeah.
And, 700 gold.
2,500 magic damage. Has the Nether Shawl.
Yeah, that's silly.
And a Veil. Yeah, all stacked together plus 32 Bedlam damage. That is a lot to work with there from Soxa. Continuing to make huge plays today in this series.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that feels like so long ago when we were talking about Soxa and other heroes.
I know.
This has been a long one.
We've been going the distance. This is exactly what we want out of this type of series between these two teams, though. This is absolutely beautiful Dota being played today. Illusionist Cape.
The guarantee comes through. I don't remember who said it on the panel, but they guaranteed an Illusionist Cape, and there it is. I believe they wanted one on each team, though. So, Nigma to the jungle. Head in there.
Let's make it happen. Shaco's pretty good, though, for the Spectre. Like, having
a lot of value add with Blade Mail Dispersion.
Right.
We'll take that.
We sort of talked about it, but we haven't really seen that Silver Edge hit onto Spectre yet. Like, the fights just become so chaotic. Really hard. Level 25s on the Spectre, the extra dispersion damage. We've got it on the Centaur for the longer stun, and then we've got it for the Chemical Rage regen on the Alk. Obviously mitigated heavily by that Scotty now done on Miracle.
So our last fight, where things went pretty well for OG, they managed to go even at the very least, came because they managed to kill GH instantly, right? He got hit by a Terrorized long range, and they took him down during that fear. The question is, can they actually do that again? And after they take down GH, they kind of worked all around, and look, guaranteed, guys. Look at that. Illusionist K picked up. You know,
nice.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
I think that's the new plan, right? Fight around the Spectre. It's frustrating, especially when it's the Radiant's build, because she's still doing a lot of passive damage.
Radiant's bottom tower's got
they
problems.
Can't, I mean, the odds of blowing up Miracle are so low without the break.
Phoenix just got a magic line.
Someone better help
Seth
Dire's
jumps in for the
tower.
stomp. Miracle's alone here.
Radiant's
Just
bottom tower under attack.
jumps around. Who do they find up here on the top side? Trying to bring him down.
Dire's
It's a long
bottom
duration
tower
stun.
needs to
Can they
hurt.
kill him? The Sun Ray. It's so much heal in there. The disruption from Crow to save his life. Magic. He will have to lift up. He's super low afterwards. Going to pop in mid one. Getting brought down super low. They're going to kill him at the end, but they're going to lose their out. He does have buyback. Forced to use it immediately. Thompson now trying to get away, but there's the Yule Scepter lift up. The Remnant as he lands. And the beat down. Open good save there. Coming again from No-Tail. They're going to keep him alive. They're all trying to get out now. And the Ober will keep him
Radiant's top
safely
tower is
away
under
back to the
attack.
base.
OG? All right. Expensive buyback, obviously, but hey, if there's
Radiant's
one thing
top
Alchemist
tower
has, it's spare
has looked
gold.
better.
Not the worst if it secures you a serious map advantage. Oh, they're pinging that tier 3. They want some vengeance. They say the supports are down. I'm coming for it. Again, it looks like a pretty even exchange all around. We're just bumping the XP on some heroes.
Radiant's middle tower.
Not
Well, they got the tower. They got the tower trend.
wrong. That's the most accurate, I think.
I like that too. Miracle popped the Abyssal Blade onto the Lotus, and then the illusions were able to kill him off at the end. Like, because it pulled him back into it. That was nice. Well,
Got the tier 3. There was no Roche.
Yeah.
Several items.
This game is crazy. I think that's what I've learned. Miracle.
He really thought he was going to be like a bandit there or something. Just to get that thing and get out.
Miracle
feeling kind of similarly almost.
Well, in mid one, going to stun himself here, but no vision in the area right now. Means he'll get away. Ooh, Miracle's nearby. God, that's scary. This hero does so much damage when you're just left alone, one-on-one.
All right, well, 43 minutes. Dota Plus has no idea what's going on.
They're not sure.
Like Spectre, I guess. I don't care. The Dota's too good. Who wants to make predictions like that? We want to see how it plays out.
What's interesting here is both teams have the same tier 4 items, except they've got a Spell Prism on OG and then the Ninja Gear on Radiant.
That's cheap.
He's in deep.
Don't get too cocky, that's for sure.
Yeah, they don't feel comfortable like trying to start this fight. He has Abyssal still. He's gonna jump. Ooh, we almost got him. But they actually used the false promise.
Yeah, that was the only way to get out of there. The strong dispel. Seb with this Octarine core, by the way, 45 seconds on the Stampede.
What a cool build.
He also has 3.6. Okay, he almost has a 50% uptime stomp. That's kind of cool.
Damn.
Stomp for 3.6, cooldown of 7.8 with the quickening charm.
Yeah, that's really nice. It does sort of feel a little bit weird because he almost exclusively needs to get it. I guess you can use Stampede to get in there with it, but like once your blink's used, you're kind of like in, you know?
Well, you just keep on stomping.
Just never stop the stomp.
Yeah.
Mid lane, they're gonna push this one out, still smoking up. They break the smoke on Thompson, but it doesn't look like they're gonna quite get into range. Roche is back up again now. Who they jumping on? Thompson gets the dagger on him. There's an Aghanim Scepter in Roche. Haunt gonna be used.
That's aggressive.
Who are they going on? They find the backline Oracle. They got him. And now Thompson is nearby as well. They're jumping forward for him. Yule Scepter lift up, and he just doesn't have an answer to this. He gets destroyed. It's too easy. Mid one, trying to get away. They're got their eyes on the prize, trying to hunt him down. Weehaw. Oh, they didn't quite get vision there, and they won't find anybody else. They buy back on the Ember.
Soxa, just thinking, all right, how do I do it? What's my positioning? Where do I jump from?
Yeah, this is dangerous.
What do we have? We have the Aghanims rather on this Roche. Oh, Soxa, this is so scary. He is an obs though, so he can kind of play around with their vision.
Yeah, they know that this is happening, and no haunt available. Seb, they have Stampede with Aghanims around the Roche pit. How many times have we seen this? But they're going to take the fight to him. They catch the Ember, Abyssal Blade. Not going to work though. Thompson should be able to get out of there. He can't even know they got back. Sleight of Fist, mid one taking a lot of damage now as well. He's in a ton of trouble. They kill off mid one. No buyback for him. 2 minutes dead. And Nigma might have finally done it. As they take down both of those cores and gonna immediately go for the reality on up to the top side of the map. The Dark Rift takes them through. Tier 3 tower gonna be assaulted. And I have a feeling that they're going for more.
Yeah, Soxa tried there because he jumped right onto GH and just tried to force the Sunray off. But of course, the Aghan's popped and he's got the talent. So it doesn't even matter. Not something to lay things to this 5-5.
They bomb back again there. Seb is going to be jumped on. Taunted, pulled back in. With the ulti coming from that Oracle. Everything that they can possibly do to try and stop this onslaught of damage. Another stop in a second. Let me good, but Seb is going to fall. He's going to buy back as well. They still need 70 seconds out of this one. As they're going to jump forward. Find no kill. Never give up, never surrender. But right now, OG is hurting. As Nigma might have finally solved the problem and been able to come up with an answer. As they chase down Sam, gonna beat him to death yet again. This stomp! The stomp's actually pretty annoying. Hard to deal with. Oh, let's jump on him, kill him. And GG is called as Nigma take the series 2-1.
Good job.
Dyer's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Radiant victory! Really hard. There were so many team fights where